Hello, it is your fairy princess, Belle, and welcome to another one of my videos. Wow, English is hard today. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome to my channel. I make videos about dressing like a fairy princess and things related to that sort, and myself and all that cool stuff. So if you want, stick around. Let's flutter on into the corset review. Today I'll be showing you my 3 corsets that I got from the Timeless Trends website. I found out about Timeless Trends through the YouTuber Lucy's corsetry. She is also a fellow long hair enthusiast, and I would die for her. I trust her with my life. Let me tell you, these corsets are really legit. They aren't custom, you just pick your size and you have it shipped to you, and I will definitely be buying more of these before I would start getting custom ones made. Now that I have these BBs, I'm never going to go back. It's going to be just all corsets or crop tops from now on, probably. Keep slapping my... I happened to buy these when there was a massive sale going on. It was 25% off of all the corsets. It was amazing. So while all of these corsets would have been $109, instead each of them cost $81 US. That is so good. That's such a freaking good deal. Ugh. For something this good of quality, like, excite. All of these corsets are long line corsets, and all of them come in size 18. The way I got those measurements was I looked at their chart on the website, which I'll show here. And the measurement that I got to know that I would need a long line corset is, while standing up, I took my measurement from my underboob to my hip flexor, and that measured 13 inches while standing up, because I knew that I would be wearing these for the most part when I was standing up, even though I'm sitting down in them right now. And the long line corsets are for torsos that measure over 9 inches. Gross. As for getting a size 18 corset, the measurement you need to know for that is just the measurement around your waist. My waist measures around as a size 24, and I used their handy dandy chart to figure out that I wanted a more dramatic silhouette. And so that is how I got to 18, the size. The size of the corset means the number of inches it is around once you've completely closed the laces shut. Now, I don't tie my corsets that tight. I aren't really interested in getting the waist reduction. I'm already skinny as shit, as all the people at work constantly remind me. Why do you have them? As you're already skinny, you don't need those. I'm not wearing them to look any skinnier. I am self-aware of my enchanted skeleton physique. I'm primarily wearing them because I have, as I've said, absolute shit posture, but also I have scoliosis, and I'm really insecure about this side. Normally it's just a flat down. Well, this one's curved because I have a C curve. It goes this way. In the corsets, it just really pushes it in nice and makes my guts look all even, which I like. Big fan of. 10 out of 10. Recommend having your guts be symmetrical. They all also came with hip ties, which I am a big fan of. Can you see? Can you see the hip ties? Yeah, you can. All of them come with them. They're very nice because, I don't know why, but one of my hips just protrudes a little bit more. I don't know if that is because of the scoliosis or because my bones are different, and so that would rub a bit more against it. Also, you know, when I stand up, sometimes the bottom of it can get a little floaty above it, so instead of having this weird awkward pocket down here, I can just tie them real tight and not have to deal with that trauma in my life. So let's get into reviewing the individual corsets. First off is this black cashmere long hourglass. It's the one that I wear to work every day, and it is very nice. I get the most wear out of this, and the only damage that it's received is bending of the top clasping. I have some real trouble getting out of my corsets, and this one got stuck on me. It was very dramatic, and my mom bent this thing trying to get me out of it. So let's see if I can show you that. I'm gonna scoot in real close. Does that focus? I don't know if you can see. You can more see it from the top. How like this thing is like bent forward. I don't know. But it's not a big deal that I bent fucking steel on my body. Still works very well. I do work in the AC, but I have a very active job and I'm constantly lifting and moving things and rushing all over. And I don't overheat in this, honestly. I was going to get the black long line taffeta corset because the taffeta is a lighter material if you don't know. But they didn't have any in my size, so I didn't want to get a different size of something. Because it wouldn't fit, obviously. Honestly, this cashmere works very well. Yesterday I wore a long sleeve shirt and had this corset on, and I was lifting giant fucking bags of dog food, and I was panting at some points, but the corset didn't really add much to the discomfort at all. I imagine it wouldn't be as heat proof if you were like directly in the sun or in humidity or walking around a hot as shit Ren Fair, or even if you don't have this enchanted skeleton body that sucks at retaining heat. Here is its info from the site. Take a looky look. Yeet. I'm gonna get changed real quick into the next one, which is this one. Ooh, spoilers. Boom, through the magic of pausing, it is on my body. For all three of these corsets, I'm just gonna wear simple dresses with them because I am way too lazy to pick out 3 separate whole ass outfits for today. So this is the blue iridescent long corset. TBH, when I saw it initially, I was a little disappointed because it looked lighter on their website. I know another reviewer had the same issue, so it's not just me. I'll put their review right here. But luckily it does still go with my clothes. It's very similar to my black one, other in color, duh. And other than the color, I have no other issues with it whatsoever. So this is my most intact corset that I have. No other physical gripes about this one. Like the color, I'm not even mad about it anymore. It is very pretty. It's like a teal with like a purple iridescent shadow. It's very pretty, very cool, and very eye-catching. I do need a bunch of other shades of blue corsets though, because this one ain't gonna cover it all. I made like a list that I'll probably put here of all of the colors of corsets I want to get from Timeless Trends before I start ordering custom corsets. Also, here's their info that they have about it on their site. I didn't show the back of the black one because it'd be pretty dang impossible to show, but I'll show the back of this one because it really stands out with the black laces and then the blue of this one. Does it show the asymmetries on it? I don't know, but I was planning to show you guys how I get into my corsets and how I get out of them. I still might show you how I get out of them. You'll find out. But again, I'm too lazy, and this video is long enough, and instead I can just link you to the video that I use to learn how to get into my corsets, which is How to Lace Yourself into a Corset by Penny Underbust. Here's a picture of her. She's such a lovely lady. Oh my god, she's such a sweet heart angel pinup lady, and I love her. I love her videos. She's so great. Please go watch that video if you want to know how to get into corsets, and watch her channel in general. She's wonderful. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but also go follow Lucy's Corsetry. She has such an informative channel, and her channel is all about corsets. My channel won't be all about corsets, but it will probably be like a big constant for the channel. just can't get over it. Like I'd give this corset the highest rating. I'd give it a 5 out of 5. I'd say the black one is a 4.5, and I'll show you what I'm gonna give my pink one next. This is so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. You guys probably already saw this one if you watched my Elfie review, just the last video. Duh. Yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. Next up, I'll be using the magic of pausing to change into this bad baby. Pew, back baby. I don't know how good this dress actually looks with this corset. I guess like if you can see the, not centered. I guess if you can see like the bottom of it too, it looks good, but maybe not from like waist up. It doesn't look as good. Oh well, ripperoni. So this is the long Fuchsia Blossoms corset. This corset is absolutely gorgeous, but there are some small drawbacks that I just want to mention first. Right away after I put this on, I noticed that I didn't have the same silhouette that the others did that I love, but this is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's not quite the same curvaceousness. Secondly, and this probably sounds more like a nitpick, but one of the pearls inside the flowers fell off. Let's see which one it was. I know it's like one of the front ones. I guess it's not one of the front ones. I can't even find it. See, like, it's no big deal. I can probably just like replace it with one of my own pearls with like a hot glue gun, but it kind of sucks that that was just missing, I guess, you know, when you expect something to be perfect and it just isn't. But you know, this wasn't custom made for me. It's just an off the belt. I don't know how. I don't know. These are. I don't know Lucy and Timeless Trends' shipping, how they produce these. Now, I do greatly trust the quality and sturdiness of these corsets. As I mentioned earlier, I trust Lucy with my life. But this one does scare me a little bit, like I'm going to break it. Let me show you the back of it first so I can show you what I mean. So it comes with these really, really pretty silky pink laces, which I love, but I'm so terrified, just so terrified that I'm going to pull them too tight and then just snap them in half, which I know that I can just replace them with different laces, but I do still like them. It's not going to keep me from wearing this because it is so pretty. It's so pretty. Ooh, but yeah. And again, here's the info about them from the site. One thing that does suck about these like laces though is that when I'm trying to tighten it up, they don't really stay in place, so I have to hold them and then tighten up the next ones and hold them, tighten up the next ones. It's a little bit of a pain. I would give this one a 4 out of 5 just because like of the silhouette and the missing pearl and stuff, but it is very, very pretty, and remember that is a good rating. It's a very great corset. All of these are so great, but I should probably think of another descriptor other than great. Now let's do a little bit of a talkie about these corsets. So I do wear my black corset to work every day, and of course that gets me a lot of comments. Most positive, so uncomfortable, a mixed bag for sure, but it is like a conversation starter, which is nice. Luckily I have a cool boss, and we have a pretty lax dress code of all black, t-shirt sleeves at the minimum, and skirts that have to like cover the knees. So that doesn't outlaw corsets. Which my one friend, he was like, why do they let you wear that? That seems like such a dumb thing to do. But honestly, it doesn't really limit my motion anyway that I don't want it to limit my motion. Like, I can't really slouch in it, which is good, but yeah. Mostly girls give me the compliments and say how like they want to wear they want to wear a corset themselves, or that they like used to wear corsets, or that they have a corset. We get to bond over things, which are cool. Well, some guys do give me that general "how you doing, pretty little mama" thing, which I don't know if it's like related to me wearing a corset or if it's just like me in general that they have a gross reaction to of deciding to awkwardly flirt with me, because I have, before I started wearing corsets at work, just been like weirdly flirted with too. But I say the general reaction from like guys who say anything about it are they just upfront tell me that they like a girl who isn't too skinny out of literally nowhere. Like, I wasn't trying to court you, I just look like this and we have the chip reader, please insert your debit card, damn it. I want to make a whole ass video about how people body shame me and assume a lot of things about me because of my weight, but that's for another time. On a lighter note, the other day at work I did get asked if I'm a goth, and I thought that was the funniest fucking thing. So as you've seen with my latter two corsets, the blue one and the pink one, I try to lace my corset with a parallel shape. For some general tips that Penny goes over in her video, you want to have something in between your skin and the corset, like dress or a slip or something. So like if you're wearing your corsets under your clothing, like wear something in between it. It isn't really for your skin safety, it's for the corset safety, because you can't machine wash these, you just spot wash them. You also don't hand wash them, you just spot wash them wherever they get dirty. So you don't want your sweat and your oils to deteriorate the corset. I've laced my corsets with a V shape so that it has more rooms for my ribs and less for my waist. I've done it with parallel shape, which is what most times I aim for. But some days I am just like in a rush, and then I ended up with like this side, my right side is straight, and then this side is tilted. Which way is it tilted? It's tilted one of these ways. And that is because of my scoliosis, and it's just my stupid lumbar curvature. And I'm guessing that's not too good for the corset, because you either want to have parallel shape, A shape, or V shape for your corset gap. You don't want it crooked, and you don't want a bowing shape or an hourglass shape for your gap, because when the bones hold that shape, they'll warp and break and poke through into your skinny skin. Sometimes, like my corset, are a little crooked in the front. This one looks fine today, I'd say. It's like, I mean, where's the middle of mine? Yeah, like it's in the middle right now. What is, the line looks a little crooked, I'd say, I think. I don't know, I don't like to think about my body being crooked. I don't have that dramatic of a curvature in my spine, but it still hurts like shit. I had such bad chronic pain ever since like 8th grade. I've just gone through like so much physical pain because of my spine being glued on wrong. I'm really self-conscious about my uneven guts, and the corsets mostly help my confidence, but the crookedness does sometimes make me a little sad. It does sometimes show through. Like it actually feels like really fine today. Like I think it's right, but oftentimes this side of the corset, like here's the edge of here's my spine, here's the right edge of the corset, and then the left edge is like over here, and it's like, that's cool. But it does look, the silhouette does look even, which is nice, but sometimes the tip of this is just like jolting either way. At this point, my scoliosis is kind of my fault, because I should be doing my back exercises that I have like shit ton of money, dollars worth of equipment for to fix. But I'm lazy, it hurts, but I think I will be starting to do those pretty soon again, because these are like a pretty good motivator to do. These they do help my self-confidence a lot too. I noticed the other day, well, last night, when I took my clothes off to put on my PJs, that this side actually is starting to go in. So it is like a little lower though than this side, so like it's this on this side, and then it's like this on this side, like, you know, but they do both go in, which is nice, instead of being flat. I imagine these corsets would also be good for trans women that want to have an hourglass shape. I'm no expert in this, but that's what comes to mind when I think about how this helps my own body confidence, of how it could help other people's confidence. I imagine if I did have a bigger curvature, I couldn't really use off-the-rack corsets like this. I would probably have to get custom ones that are built to my own like measurements of each side, which I'd like to fix my spine before I start buying custom ones, which just involves me doing my back exercises where I push my spine in painfully 3 times a day for 20 minutes every single day. I know you're all probably wondering about pain. No, it's not too tight, and no, it doesn't make me want to pass out like all those movies. Lucy's Corset. I can't say her channel name today. Lucy's Corsetry does have a wonderful video of like why the fainting of women in corsets was a thing and stuff, which I'll again link down below. Again, I don't lace my corset super tight as is. So far I just keep it skin tight as like 24 inches or at like a 1-inch reduction. There is however, some pain, but it's probably not what you're thinking. As I mentioned, one of my primary reasons I wanted to get corsets was to fix my posture, and it does. Now for all of you out there who have bad posture as well, you know of the physical pain that comes when you try to stand up straight. And it's very much like that. Like 3 days after I started to wear these, I started feeling the pain, and it took me a bit to figure out like that it was from me standing up straight. For the most part, the pain is gone now, but if I don't wear it for like a day or two, the pain comes back, much like wearing a retainer for your teeth. And it definitely helps my posture just like I wanted to. Although an overbust corset would have helped even more for my posture, I don't really like the shape that it gives people with body types like me. Enchanted skeleton body. This does still help my upper body, my upper back posture as well, because it causes me to keep thinking to put my shoulders back and have my chest up, which is nice. So all around it's helping my posture. Great. Recently, actually, my scoliosis pain within the last couple of months has subsided quite a bit. I think it's because like my theories on this are because it hurts the most when I'm standing still, which I never do now that I'm like out of high school and out of college. Like I'm either moving around, which like doesn't hurt my back that much, or I'm laying down, which obviously doesn't really hurt my back. My other theory as to why it's not hurting as much as well is because I started my depression medication this year, and that helps me stay positive, so I'm not constantly focusing about the negatives of my pain. After taking them off, I have a couple of tips, but I don't feel like actually taking this corset off. Tip numero uno. Do not unclasp the top clasp last. That's how I got stuck in my black corset, and it was so traumatic I couldn't even. My technique is to take off top clasp first, then the bottom, and then you squeeze in this side, the side with the little nubbin sticking out, and then you move this side so you get the nubbin to the hole and then pop it out, and then that's how you get that off, probably the best way. Some days I do have to loosen up my corset before I can take this out, but that's only some days. There's only been like at least 2 days where I've accidentally laced my corset too tight, and it wasn't really a big deal. I just felt sick and lightheaded, so I went to the bathroom and loosened it, and I was fine. Didn't die. Didn't pass out. Honestly, taking off corsets, even after wearing them for like all day, it feels like taking off a bra, except less painful. You feel like a little noodle, and then you can just like shimmy all over the place. I do believe that is it for today. Man, my next videos aren't going to be about things that I bought. Gasp! Whatever shall I do? JK, I know what to do. I'm just reading my script, and that's the acronyms that I put there, so I'm going to read them out loud. If you have any questions or ideas, please feel free to share them in the comments below. Check the description for all the channels I mentioned, like Lucy's and Penny's channels, and all the videos I mentioned of theirs. The links to the individual corsets so you can buy them yourselves, the video information, the music, my social medias, etc. I do recommend following my Twitter if you want to know when my vids release. Either that or subscribe and hit that ding, the bell. My name's Belle. Get it? And remember to plant marigolds as a natural bunny repellent for your flower gardens. Boing!